I was on a tour of Europe alone. My mate piked out. I boarded the Eurostar from London to Paris. I had a window seat, and just before we departed, an old guy sits next to me. I nodded. Bonjour, he said. English? Australian, I said. You will love Paris. I asked him if he was travelling home. I moved to London with my wife 20 years ago. She passed away. I'm sorry, I said. He gazed out the window. She's buried at Highgate Cemetery under a laburnum tree with bright golden flowers. Every year I visit where we met in Paris, Le Petit Pont Café. It overlooks the little bridge that has our love lock, a red heart-shaped padlock with our initials J and F for Janet and Francois. Well, that's really nice, I said. I hope it's still there. He went on to tell me how they had met. He was working as a waiter at the cafe. She was visiting from London. They fell in love. We chatted all the way through the tunnel. Before I knew it, we were gliding through the French countryside. We pulled into Paris, Gare Nord. Nice to meet you, Francois, I said as he left the train. I noticed a small key on the seat. I ran after Francois, but lost him in the sea of people departing the train. Later that day, I found that bridge. It was covered in hundreds, if not thousands of padlocks, and dead centre on the bottom rail, right where he had said, a heart-shaped padlock. I could just make out the initials, JF. Curiosity got the better of me. I had to try the key. It fit. I twisted it. My heart skipped a beat as it flung open. I quickly tried to close it, but it refused to lock. I couldn't just leave it there. I took it to the cafe and I sat where I could clearly see that bridge. Maybe Francois would turn up. I ordered a quiche and a coffee. The waiter looked like he could have been in his 60s. I asked him about the photographs that covered the walls. He explained that they were regular patrons and staff from over the years. The quiche was the best I ever had. The waiter bought me my coffee. His English wasn't great. I said, I need to leave this padlock for a man named Francois. He is in Paris today and he is coming here. He pointed to a photograph. You mean this man? It was Francois. Yes, I said, and held out the padlock. But please give him this. That's impossible. He's no longer with us. None of it made sense. When I got back to London, I found Highgate Cemetery. Among the grey headstones stood a large laburnum tree. Golden flowers hung over the two gravestones that sat side by side, Janet Laurent and Francois Laurent. I took the padlock from my pocket, looped it through the iron guard that surrounded the graves. The padlock clicked shut effortlessly.